8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We did it!
Hi there. I have some notes here. Jimmy and I wanted to jump on and make a video to wish you all a Happy New Year. Today is Saturday. I keep wanting to think it's Friday. Saturday, December 31st, 2022.
Last day of the year.
Last day of the year. I went to the post office for the last time this year.
Yep. You told me that. Yep.
And I told everyone, see you next year.
See you next year.
Because that joke never gets old.
It never gets old.
Even though Jenny does, she disagrees. When I tell people, see you next year.
Yeah. Tomorrow's next year.
She's over there grumbling. We wanted to thank you all for your support of the channel, and we were talking about the things that we like to do this past year, and I think the highlights that we really enjoyed was taking you along on road trips with us. And it kind of started out, you took your dad to Michigan to see his friend, his Army buddy, right?
Air Force buddy.
Oh, sorry, Air Force, sorry.
Right.
Air Force buddy, and you had a really great trip there. Of course, you went by yourself, and then later people suggested some places that you could have visited when it was more in season or warmer, or some thrifting places or antique places.
Right, and when you say by yourself, you mean with my dad, but not with you, who does the bulk of the thrifting, obviously.
He was just doing the driving and looking and visiting. So,
right.
Then our another favorite trip of ours was we took you to Arkansas to see my cousin, and I made a video of his family business. They make wooden spoons, and they recently had twins in September, and so we're hoping that we can go back and see them in April or May to see the twins and love on them, because I love babies. And it'll be fun seeing them as a family of 5 now instead of a family of 3.
And they had one of each. They had a boy and a girl, so that's really, you can't get any better than that.
That's right. And they also have an older daughter, so it's perfect. We also were talking about our trip to Oklahoma. We went to K River Campground. What is the name of his?
Well, it's Adam Sandoval.
Adam
Sandoval. He has a YouTube channel, and we went and saw the K River Campground in Moyers, Oklahoma.
And he's actually improved it since we've been there.
Oh yeah, he never stops.
So if you're in that area, make sure you go and check, because that campground was really, really nice. And that was a nice time of year to visit. We were there in April, and it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold.
It's a very nice campground.
And then our favorite thing was, when I think of that trip, was when we went to Hugo, Oklahoma, and we showed you the circus cemetery.
That was really neat.
And a lot of you liked that too.
Yeah, never would have known that.
And then of course he took me to Paris.
Yes, Paris, Texas.
And then of course our recent trip to Maine, where it was mostly raining like 95% of the time, but there was a break in the rain. And our favorite video that we made while we were up in Maine was the ATVing, because we had never done that before, and I know that you guys enjoyed watching us do that. So all of those videos can be found. I have them linked either in road trips or family videos in the playlist. If you're like, wait, I didn't know you guys went to Hugo, Oklahoma, I just wanted to go there.
Or ATVing in Maine.
And then Jenny and I recently went to New Hampshire and Massachusetts in November to visit my niece, who is a traveling nurse. She has changed her assignment now, and she's going to Florida. So I don't know, maybe
in January.
Maybe we'll be going to Florida
to visit again.
So we wanted to thank you so much for the travel trips, and so joining us on our travel trips. And we're hoping that in the new year that we will also be taking some trips, like I said, to Arkansas. Jimmy, can you think of some other places that we want to go to?
No, I mean, I think in a few weeks we plan on going up to the camper and, doing some thrifting there, and also taking you to possibly a place that we haven't been to, that I think we would like to take you along, and so we would kind of see it for the first time up around the camper. And what else?
There was the Maine Lighthouse that you saw in that magazine.
Right. Yeah, maybe February or March. Go back up to Maine and do more of a coastal trip. That's kind of on the agenda. And then, like Dagny said, the Arkansas return to see the twin babies. That would be a lot of fun. And just maybe explore that area some more. There's some things in Missouri that I've done some research on. It's kind of a fun thing for us, because we like traveling, like most people do. And it kind of forces, I don't know if it forces, but it kind of makes us look towards different things to show ourselves, obviously, to see it for the first time, and also always fun to bring you along. And we always get such positive comments, when we go to different places, how, I never even knew that existed, or I never been there, I've never been to that state, so, and some stuff we haven't either.
And then I was also thinking, before we do those road trips, we should give them a heads up, so then they can say, hey, if you're going to this place, be sure and check out that, you know,
Yeah.
because I didn't really tell anyone I was going to Massachusetts, and then some people were, I saw a comment that there was a glass museum.
Oh, right.
And I would have liked to have seen that, because Jenny and I have seen the glass museum in Corning, New
right.
York, and I had taken her there before I started YouTube. So I was just telling Jimmy, maybe when we go to the camper or in the spring, take
That
you
could be-
to the Corning Museum of Glass, because it was amazing. And we had gone in the fall when Jenny and I had gone, and she made me a little glass pumpkin. So it would be fun if we went there when she could make something and I filmed it and took you along, because that's a really
Yeah.
cool museum.
And also the western part of New York with the Finger Lakes and the Adirondacks. That's something that could be on our horizon. One thing that we've had discussed, and hopefully a lot of you saw or seen it.
Looked at it.
Looked at it. Was we did have some problems with our camper when we went to Maine. So the camper is back at the campground. We don't know if we'll be dragging that anytime soon. We got to get some repairs done to it. It is 11 years old. So we would talked about the idea of possibly getting something different. A mooring, maybe like a motorhome or an RV, something where we're, you know, all together and we're not just in a truck. You know, so we're not sure. We've been talking about some different things to make traveling a little more comfortable for us, and because I like to drive, so sometimes, you know, you and Jenny don't like to be in the truck for too long. But if you had a bed to go back to, I can keep on driving through the night or part of the night.
I've taken just Jenny on 2 trips. We went to Massachusetts, and of course we went to the Springfield Extravaganza. I'm just used to him driving, and you know, okay, pull off here, and let's go in. And it's a lot to, like, you have to concentrate on driving and getting you safe there, and make sure you get to visit all the places you saw. Like, we went to Jungle Jim's grocery store, and we went to a couple thrift stores in Springfield. So that was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed that. But it takes a lot when it's just one person, and I really like it when just he drives, and then I tell him when we're gonna stop and where we're gonna go.
Right, it's just things that we're gonna hopefully work on in 2023 to make the channel better. I do work a full-time job, so my schedule isn't that easy. We're trying to figure that out a little better so we can travel more as a family, and Daddy doesn't go with just Jenny and have to do the driving and, like she said, everything else. But I guess you and Jocelyn had discussed going back to the Ohio Extravaganza, maybe. What was that, October?
It's in September.
September, so that could be a possibility, and maybe I could go to that. That would be a lot of fun to see that and see some different things. So
because I met Yoso Boho, Amy, and she and her husband actually camped nearby. So I do know that there is a campground nearby. So yeah.
And go ahead.
And speaking of friends that we've met, it was fun at the Extravaganza meeting a lot of you, and then we also had the meet and greet in Columbia, and that was fun meeting everybody, and just the friend mail that we've gotten from all over the world.
Right.
The food that Tanya sent, it's from
Australia.
Australia. My fairy godmother Sue that sends me things from time to time, and
Washington.
other people that I know I have thanked you on videos and also sent cards and talked to you that way. Just thank you so much for all the things that you think of Jenny, and you send it to her, and you think, oh, here, if you want to keep this or sell it, that really, you know, when I get something in that little post box, that really brightens my day, that you would think of me and send me something to either keep for ourselves or you want to pass it on to someone else who will appreciate it. So thank you so much for sending us all the friend mail that you have over the past year.
Yeah, that's so crazy that people think of you like that, and they find something, they think, oh, we have to send it to Dagny and Flying Pig Thrifts.
Right.
And also the support of Jenny's channel, Jenny's Brain Space. A lot of you have given her positive words of encouragement with her channel, and you know, and she's working on, you know, moving it forward also, and coming up with new ideas and
being consistent. Sometimes it's hard, but we're trying to get it once a week, or at least every 10 days. So she's been working hard on that, and thank you so much for all your kind words on her channel as well.
And of course, all your kind words with our pets, our dogs. I mean, we do have a cat, but no one sees her too much. We don't even see her too much.
I have put her in the end of the video just to show that
she's a good cat. She just tends to.
We're more of a dog family.
Yeah, well, she tends to hide in places we don't know where she's at and sleep. So I guess like most cats, but. So yeah, we're just... And
the merch that we recently dropped, I had the Thrifting Crew. Thank you for those of you who purchased that limited edition shirt. I already have an idea for, I don't know if I was going to do in spring or for the, or in July when I started the channel. I don't know if it'll be a spring drop. That's Indy rolling around on the ground.
She's a nice bulldog.
I don't know if it'll be a spring drop or maybe a summer drop. But I do have an idea for another limited edition merch that
Right.
we've talked
Well, and
about
also
that I
it-
think is pretty funny.
Also, it was a good experience that we had the first.
Wait, hold on.
Indeed.
Oh, she-
You might do that.
she's not
She's not graceful.
light on. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, you had your first giveaway
Uh-huh.
and with
The spoons,
with
and
the
that went
spoons,
well.
and that went well, and people were really excited.
Yep, and we also have some other ones to give away. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do the giveaway. Either if it's leave a comment on a video, or I don't like the things where you're like, follow me on Instagram and follow that person
And share it 2
and
times,
share that and do
yeah,
that. I would
yeah,
rather just
it's
be like,
confusing.
we'll leave comments on. I think it might end up being leaving a comment on a video, and then
Yeah.
we'll say we're going to do it until this day, so you have a certain amount of time to comment. So the people who see it like weeks later
Yeah.
don't feel that they're missing out. But it's something to think about and plan, but we do have more spoons to give away.
Yeah, and we're also looking at possible some hiking
Oh,
trips
yes,
or
definitely.
some bicycling trips on some rail
Yeah.
trails and
Kayaking.
canoeing.
I always say kayaking, even though it's canoes.
And taking along on some adventures with us there. We'll see some new things as far as like there's some things as far as the rail trail system and riding bikes that we haven't been to, and we're excited for us. And of course, we always think of bringing you with us because we get so many, like I said, so many
Right.
nice comments when you guys see some things that you don't think you would have seen.
And they might thinking, well, it seems like you're not going to be shopping anymore. No, we are still
That's all-
shopping
yeah,
anymore.
it never
And it
stops.
will always be part of the channel. It'll be, but I like the idea of going somewhere and shopping and showing
Right.
you the sites. And of course, we're still continuing to shop around here, and I will continue to run eBay as well.
Right, but sometimes you have to go places,
do.
like when we went to Oklahoma and Texas, to find new shops.
Right.
And then it's new to us because
Right.
we didn't know it existed,
Right.
and we're just traveling. So it's kind of an exciting thing for us to see and also share.
Right.
I mean, it really is that way, and so that's what we're kind of planning for the future.
Yes.
Looking for things for us to like, hey, we've never been to that part of the country or state or whatever region, and then finding antique malls or
Yeah.
finding things like that we never would have, and then of course you guys are with
Right,
us, and
exactly.
that's what we like to share. So,
Yes.
so yeah, I think 2023 is going to be exciting. We're always looking to move the channel forward. Any comments or suggestions that you guys would leave in the comments as far as things that you would like to see us move forward, the traveling or just kind of what we're talking about, if that suits you, then yeah, you can say I agree. But we're just, we're always looking for new ways of, broadening the channel,
Yep.
I guess. And, I know we talked about in the past about the storage units, and we did some. We did actually recently, I guess, got some more space
Yep.
to store stuff. I read most of the comments. Dagny obviously sees some too, but also we see them about.
I don't buy enough.
She doesn't buy enough, but we really had space issues. So now we're hoping that with what the decision we made as far as more space, that you can purchase more.
Right.
So hopefully you will be happy with that. But also,
I have to find things too. It's been a little slim pickings around here lately.
could be the holiday
And I'm
season.
hoping it's the holiday season.
It could be.
People have suggested that too. It's holidays, the new year, people want to clean out their houses and donate, but it's been a little slim pickings
Right.
lately.
and that's why we
That's
want to.
okay.
That's why we want to travel. We want
Right.
to see some new
See new
things,
things.
and of course bring you with us.
Right.
So, but once again, thank you so much for all the kind words and all the encouragement and all the support. It's sometimes overwhelming, but we do encourage
In a good
it.
way.
In a good way, right? In a good way, absolutely. And just stay tuned for 2023 and see where we all go together again.
That's right.
So
We hope you have a happy new year, a safe new year, and we'll see ya.
we'll see you next year.